The goal of the level 8 Manhandla room is very simple. All we need to do is walk Link north, avoid Manhandla, place a bomb down, and get north through the wall. Let's take a look at how we can do this. On the world record route, Manhandla is going to spawn in the northwest. From there, he's either going to travel east, which is going to be in our path, where we can actually utilize Manhandla to force a bomb, or he's going to move either south or southeast. And what we're going to want to do is walk Link north and read Manhandla's movement. One of the things we can do when we walk Link north in this room to make this read is we're going to make use of a pause buffer here. When you enter level 8, your last item that you've used in the B slot is going to be your candle. And we have to switch to bomb anyway. So what you can do is you want to hold off on that switch until we get in the middle of this room where you can read Manhandla's movement a little bit and make the switch to bomb there. After that movement, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to place the bomb as far south as possible to where it's still going to open up that bomb hole for us, so we're not wasting any movement waiting on that bomb to explode. If we take a look again at the bomb chart that's on red candle, and I know this looks a little busy right now, but what you're going to want to do with this northern wall is the one we're focused on here. And what this bomb set here is, this is the furthest you can place the bomb and still open up the bomb hole. So what's going to apply to us here is we're going to use the southern bombs here and just take a look at, we're on this second line right here. So this is as far south from this bomb hole that we can still open it up. So if we head back, if we take a look at where that same grid is going to lie inside this room, if we take a look at this southern row of bombs here, this is the furthest south again that we can place the bomb and still open up the hole. And you can see that that's right in line if Manhandla were to have a right movement. So I think this shows that very clear that when we make this read right here, if Manhandla is going right, then what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to place the bomb in the south part of this. So one, we can open up the bomb hole, and two, we can get a free bomb off Manhandla if he were to continue rolling up into the bomb. So this is going to show you that. And what you can also see is that if you are using Buffet, and the reason we left the targeting on here for this room is that this green box inside Buffet is showing you the exact same thing that the grid lines are showing you. So if you use the box as your guide, if you're in practice, what you can see when I take this away is the box is going to show you where you need to place bombs in order to still open it up, as if we still had that grid line on there. So the green box is telling you that information. So that's how you utilize that. So let's take a look at this room one time. You're going to see Link walk in, place the bomb inside the box, and walk north. He's going to make the read in the middle of the room by using that pause buffer, and then after that, he's just going to go for it. Let's take a look. All right, so if we back this up to right after that read, after that pause buffer, you can see that Manhandla now is going southeast. He's not going east to where we're going to be able to utilize forcing a bomb off Manhandla and opening this up at the same time. So Link is not even going to concern himself with Manhandla here. What he's going to do is he's going to drop the bomb, and then he's going to keep his head on a swivel here and watch for fireballs. Manhandla can fire at you as you're waiting for that bomb to explode, so be ready for a horizontal movement if you need to. But otherwise, we're just going to hold our position and walk north just like you saw Link do here. All right, so on this attempt, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to see a pause buffer here in the middle. You're going to see Manhandla start going east. So Link is going to get ready for a possible roll up here. But then Manhandla is going to unfortunately take a southern turn. But on this example, you're going to see some fireball movement, and it's going to be important to, like I said, have your head on a swivel when you're here, and you might have to dodge fireballs. Let's take a look at this one. All right, so if we back this up again to right after the pause buffer, you're going to see Link do the exact same thing as he did last time. He's going to hold his vertical position, place the bomb as soon as he can. Again, we're right inside that green line. This time, you might have Manhandla go east on you. If he does, then what you're going to see Link do is Link's going to back off, let him roll east, pick up the bomb, and go through. But as he's holding his position here, he sees Manhandla start to go south. Plus, you got a little bit of fireballs. So instead of dodging east, because to the east is still going to be in harm's way because you have Manhandla who could turn here, you're going to see Link hold a vertical position now. That's the preferred method anyway, right? Because if you were to stray from this center line, then you've got to walk back to the center line to go back through the bomb hole. So if you can hold vertical as much as possible, that's going to be your best bet. And that's exactly what you see here from Link. Link's going to dodge the fireballs. And again, the fireballs are aimed, and they're going to be targeting Link's current position when they leave Manhandla. So if you hold there, and you let the fireballs come, all he's got to do is just make one little vertical move. He's out of the way of the fireballs. He's going to get sucked through the bomb hole. So good movement there. No wasted movement, which is what you want to see. So this was a Manhandla that was a little rough to read. Plus, you had some fireballs at you, and just one little minor move was able to get out of there. So this final example is going to show Link opening up the bomb hole, Manhandla rolling over the bomb, Link collecting that bomb. So you can see kind of how that feels and how that looks in a clean example here.
Place the bomb differently. Sometimes you can.
So if we back this up here, one important distinction is that sometimes on the Manhandla roll-up, you can actually get through the bomb hole before the bomb actually drops here. The importance of that is you're going to have a stored bomb in the next room, the first blue lagoon, that you're going to be able to either kill the first Dark Knight with a couple sword swings and it's going to produce a bomb for you, or it's going to enable you and open you up to be able to use a couple bombs for combat there. I mean, if you look at this situation, before we actually pick up this bomb, we're sitting at 4. If you go in there and you drop a bomb, which does 8 or 12 points of damage inside the next room, and then you're able to clean it up without getting hit and kill the next blue Dark Knight, then you're going to have a bomb drop, which is going to put you at 7, and you're able to use a bomb inside that room because you're able to force on Manhandla. So if you can get through the doorway before this bomb drops, that's actually advantageous in the next room. If the bomb does drop, though, don't go through that door because you're going to lose it. The majority of the time, this kill is going to happen fast enough that the bomb's going to be sitting there. It doesn't take long just to come over here, stab the bomb, and go through the bomb hole. But just know in a slow roll-up or something to where you set the bomb, Manhandla is kind of just moseying on this way, and then as this bomb hole's opening up, that's when the kill happens. You can actually get north through there. So something to keep in mind is you're able to go through that bomb hole before that drop is there. It's going to store the drop for you into the next room. The only other spawn for Manhandla that we want to concern ourselves with here for the purposes of this tutorial is a spawn that happens because of a setup that you do coming out of level 2. After you've whistled over, you quarter to level 2. If you actually do a pirouette on the stairs right south of level 2, so you reload that screen down there and then make your way to level 8, what that's going to do is it's actually going to change your Dark Knight patterns inside the lagoon, which can be advantageous for combat in there. The one thing that does do, though, is it puts Manhandla in a pretty bad spot inside this room for you, where you have Manhandla sitting here on the northeast. So what happens is if he comes actually southwest or south, then what Link's going to have to do is Link's going to have to try to avoid him by dancing around, and that's where this box is going to come into play. It's going to teach you where this corner is, that you can still put a bomb in. You put a bomb right here, and it doesn't make sense sometimes in your head when you're first playing that the bomb here can actually open up this bomb hole. So that's kind of where you learn the corners here, is how far you can set away is when you have to dance around a Manhandla like this, knowing how far you can place that bomb both vertically and horizontally is going to be very important information for you. So let's take a look at this. You're going to see Manhandla and what he can actually do, and how Link is going to avoid him. All right, so we can see right here that Link was actually very fortunate to be able to avoid contact here. He held vertical on this and went all the way through. If Manhandla would have come southwest a little faster, then Link was going to have to sidestep and go around, but he's able to hold position here. You can see how close you can actually get to Manhandla just due to the collision box there, and not take a hit. But again, we want to go ahead and utilize the pause buffer, in that you can actually read the room. So you can pause buffer before Manhandla there, decide if you want to do the sidestep or not, and go through. So it's very wise, no matter which of those two routes you do, to save that pause buffer off the candle for not in the foyer right when you walk in, but for this room so you can read Manhandla better. Let's take a look at another scenario here. All right, we're going to see on this example, the true blue spawn, where Link really has to dance around this Manhandla, and you're going to see him come north. He's going to have to go, quite a bit out of his way, and then try to place a bomb right on this green. This room's tricky anyway sometimes with Manhandla if he can get in your way, but having to move this much, and then it's going to just mess up your bomb placement here, which you're actually going to see in this example is a bomb is going to go a little too far west of the line and not open up the bomb hole. So going for this true blue spawn, just be aware that Manhandla is different. You're going to have to either hold that position as long as you can, like you saw in the last example, or move around. But take a look at this because it's interesting just how much this alters your movement here.
It'll often be necessary to dodge around. missed it. Oh.
So even if that bomb would have hit, now you've got fireballs into play. It makes it a little more tricky of a room to do this. It is advantageous. We'll find out as you keep going through the room series. There are some time advantages to the darknet patterns on the True Blue setup, but is it worth it when you have the Manhandla room that's a little bit different and you're trying to save beams as far as possible, and health is at the biggest risk in level 8 of any of the levels as far as combat? It might be a situation where you say, nope, let's just go with the regular Manhandla and play it that way because it's just a little bit safer of a room. Completely your call, but we wanted to show you both ways to do this. So in summary, what you want to have in your mind as you walk into this room is that you're going to be doing your pause buffer somewhere here in the middle of the room to be able to read Manhandla. You're going to be thinking about this horizontal line so you can place the bomb as far south from the wall as you can with it still going off. That's going to save you some frames and you can walk during that bomb explosion. And then second, you're going to have your head on a swivel because if Manhandla comes right, you might be able to roll up that bomb there. And if he does not, he's going to be shooting fireballs at you from behind. So keep those things in mind and you should be able to get Link in and out of this room as quickly as possible.